From OrangeMT.com, and today we're going to take a quick peek at a 1995 Mazda Protege made out of like 3 different colors of Mazda Protege here. We've got a green, like a teal green grille. We've got a mint green bumper. We've got a red car and then a tan tailgate. So that might be the most different colors I've ever seen on a car all in one setting. But hey, this was made while I was in high school. It's kind of Rastafarian. I kind of like that color scheme. Maybe you should keep going. Maybe like bring that tan in with a stripe or something like that. But hey, if you're looking for a car for a Herbie Derby, if you're looking for a car to bomb around in the woods in, I can't recommend you drive this car on the road, because even though it drives great on the highway, it doesn't have airbags. And so it is a cheap point A to point B car if you put airbags in it. And I don't know how much you can find them, but probably a dime a dozen, because man, there's just not a lot of these things left on the road. But this one runs great. It's only got 150,000 miles on it, 143,000 miles. It's a 1995 Mazda Protege with no airbags. It is sold as is, well, you can test drive it. But it's around the parking lot in a very safe manner, because we don't want you to get hurt. And you can see it's got a little tear in the seat there, but really not too bad interior wise. Door panels are clean except for the airbags. And you can see the airbag there and this airbag. And I don't know, maybe they took them out because they weren't safe. I don't know, because some of those ones threw metal back in the day. But you don't have to worry about that with this. You could replace it, or maybe duct tape that shut so it didn't get in your way. And but hey, it goes from point A to point B. I drove it on the highway. It drives good. It might need an alignment in the front end. It drives straight, except for just kind of, I don't know, it just felt like it might need an alignment. Maybe it's too towed in the front or something. But I don't know. It still goes from point A to point B. It's a great in-town car. If you want a car to take it and drive around, put the airbags in it. Maybe I have to recommend you do that. But it'd make a great kids car if you put airbags in it. Or if you want to spend a bunch of money on cocaine and hookers and not spend a lot of money on a car. Hey, there's always the option. I'm not here to judge people. I'm just saying, Look at that, it's got a $100 battery in it. Purrs like a kitten. Mazda. Look at the square emblem on the Mazda. And even though it's the round emblem on the grill. And that's weird. And what's funny about that is because Ford bought Mazda. And so they changed the logo at some point in time on Mazdas. And so this is right about the time when Mazda, in fact, it's exactly 1995 is the year that Ford bought Mazda. And that's when they went to that round grill instead, that round icon. And because they could pry it off with a screwdriver and they could put in the Ford emblem. And so, who knows? That tongue, that might be, the trunk might be newer, the emblem might be older than the rest of the car. So you might be getting a 1996 Mazda Protege trunk with a 1995 Mazda emblem in the corner of it. I don't know what was stock. I don't know what was factory. Because that's why they were changing it over, because if you got a 1995 Mazda pickup truck, it was a Mazda. If you got a 1990, or is that right? 1994 Mazda is a Mazda. 1995 Mazda is a Ford Ranger. And so, and then they crossed over. They kept a lot of the cars were different. Like they kept the car line, but the truck line was just killed, which wasn't a big loss, because the Mazda pickup truck engine wasn't very good. And so they just canned the whole thing and made them into Rangers with Mazda badges. And or maybe they made Mazdas with Ranger badges, but they were all the same. And so some of the cars interchanged too, like the Ford Fiesta was a Mazda before that, and a lot of stuff. So, but hey, I see a lot of Mazdas. I've driven a lot of cars in my days, 20 years in the business. Has a lot of power in the engine, drives good, and it doesn't smoke, which for some of those older Mazdas, they had some smoking problems. Not the Proteges necessarily, but like the 626s and some of the other cars. And so right when they were really to be a good company, which was 1995, they went out of business, and they were bought out by Ford completely. So anyway, come take a look at this. 406-370-5466. And if you want to take this one for a spin, if you have the cash. And when we put a price on the windshield, don't come in and offer us $200. It's like the dollar menu. When we're dealing these cheap cars like this, we have about 40 cars out here under $2,000. We just don't have a lot of room to play in them. We do our best. We have really crappy customer service. That's so we can keep our costs low for you. And there's just a field with cars in it. No salesman. You want to come out and look at them. But if you want to test drive one, you got to have the cash today to buy it. And I got to be here. So give me a call. Make sure you make an appointment. This dog here will kill you if you get too close. I'm just kidding. She's Beretta. She's very, very nice sometimes. Unless she won't kill you unless I tell her to. So, thanks for calling, or thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.